Resurrection Cemetery and Resurrection Mary are probably the quintessential Chicago ghost story. I mean, it has a national and international recognition. You talk about ghost stories in Chicago, and Resurrection Mary is the one that invariably a lot of people come back to.
Resurrection Mary is a young female ghost who has appeared outside the gates of Resurrection Cemetery and at local ballrooms for somewhere in the vicinity of 70 or 80 years. It's not sure exactly who she is, but she appears in the form of a blonde-haired girl in a white dress who generally only meets with males, either on the street on Archer Avenue outside of the cemetery or at local ballrooms. Anytime she meets with someone, she usually asks for a ride home somewhere on the south side of Chicago, at which time she jumps out of the car right at the gates of Resurrection Cemetery, never to be seen from again.
Right down the road here, a place called Chet's, and the bar there, they always leave out a Bloody Mary. But there's been many stories throughout the years where cab drivers will come in or people come in and they'll be like, hey, where'd the girl go? Like, what do you mean, where'd the girl go? It's like, girl came in here, she's ditching my fare or something like that. And people would sit at the bars like, nobody came in.
Students love pretty much any Chicago haunting stories. There are some that are pretty far out there and that you pretty much know are kind of just folk tales. And the most interesting thing about this one is there is really so much evidence and so many stories that this is the one that really makes you think the most about, is this real?
With Resurrection Mary, one of the stories is that it was a term grave, and a term grave was just like a temporary housing, so to speak. And that at one time was Resurrection Cemetery went through renovations, they moved the grave. So the theory is that she's walking around trying to find her grave, like she's just kind of lost. So if you ever see somebody wandering up down the streets, it's just a lonely lost soul down Archer Avenue just trying to find her way back home.